My name is Tanisha McFarlane and this is my SQL shopping application. This presentation will be broken down into 5 sections: the wireframing, the UI design, the SQL database, the Java code and the application running. The goal of the wireframing was to start with a focus on the types of activities the application would show, so I decided from the beginning to have a few pages on the wireframe, and these were the main page, the browse page, the item page, the checkout or browse page, and the register or login page. And for the user to swap between these pages, I wanted to have a sidebar menu. This menu would allow the user to see their own personal information, such as their username or profile picture in the top sections. The bottom section would allow the user to select a category of items to display by pressing any of these buttons. Now moving on to the design in the Android Studio. Here in the main activity, I have the logo for the application displayed. Under the application, there's a text view that's empty currently. When the user has logged in, the text view will display a message greeting the user to the application. Within this activity, I've made use of other layouts, being the toolbar and the nav_drawer. Onto the browse page. Here's the browse page. Right now, it only contains a vertical list, but each of these are going to be populated with an item row. In the item row, each part of the text is going to be populated with the data coming from the database. The game's title, console name, quantity, and ID will all be used to populate this activity, which will then be shown in the main browse activity. Onto the items page. Here's where all the information about a selected game will be shown. The big star in the middle is a placeholder for the image of the game selected by the user. Onto the basket page. This is the basket page. It operates by a similar system, using a different item layout to display information about an item. In the basket's item row, information is displayed relating to an item's price, console, and its title. Finally, here's the login and sign up page. These will be used by the user to successfully check out and purchase items remaining in their basket. Moving on to the SQL database. Here's the structure of the database in the final version of this application. Each record has 7 attributes. These are the items ID, title, console, quantity, price, description, link to cover image. The ID is the primary key for each record and is what is used within Android Studio to identify a record. To get the database information to be displayed, I had to use a combination of functions to read the data from the database. In order to do this, as you can see from line 167 to 179, I used a function called store data in arrays, which gets each column of each record in the database and stores them in their respective string arrays. Now for each game to be selectable and have its own item page, I had to make an adapter for the recycler view used. It works by passing information from the basket page over to the item page for it to display in the appropriate places. With all this being shown, here's the application in use. As you can see from the home page, the only thing being shown here is the app's image. Once I've signed in, you'll see my name being displayed here. As you can see, by selecting the text of the browse option, I'm now currently in the browse page. Here are all the games currently available in the database. More could be added in the database if needed. As you can see, each game is displayed separately and can be scrolled through. For now though, I'll select Minecraft. Now that I've selected Minecraft, its image is displayed on the items page, along with its console, title, price, and description. So if now, as a user, I want to add this game to my basket, I can select the Add to Basket button and it will be added. In the backend, the game is being added to another database which stores the games that users have added to their basket. Now that I'm done here, I'll add a few more games. As you can see here in the basket, all of the games I've added are here and the total price is shown. If I change my mind and want to remove a game from the basket, all I have to do is select which game I want gone. As you can see, the game is removed from the basket and the total price has been updated. Now that I'm ready to check out, if I press the button, I'll be taken to a register page because I'm not logged in. From here, I'll create a new account. Now I'll try to log in. If I don't use a credential that exists, I won't be able to sign in. If I use the correct credentials, I'll be signed in. Now that Now that I've signed in, my name is displayed on the home page, and in the sidebar menu, my name is also displayed. From here, I'll check out again. And finally, the checkout works. Thank you. That was my presentation.